A very good morning to all my dear students. I hope you all are doing great. Students, today this is your third session of your government chapter. Today in this session, we will be learning something really important. We will be learning about the different organs of government and different levels of government. Students, this topic is very important from your examination point of view. So pay attention, and before starting this session, we'll do a quick recap. So let's get started. The government at different levels. The government works at three different levels. They are local self-government, state government, and central government. Local government. Students, you have already learnt in your 6th standard about the local government, right? That includes panchayat, district panchayat, village panchayat, nagar palika, municipal corporation, right, etc. So this you have already learnt in your 6th standard. In your 7th standard, you will be learning and you will be focusing on the state government. And in your 8th standard, you will learn about the union government. Now, students, India has federal administration, right? Now, what is federal administration? It means there are two types of government, that is state government or the national government, or you can say union government, or you can say the central government, whatsoever. Okay, so there are two types of government, that is the central or the union government and the state government. Okay. Local level government, it is concerned with the affairs of villages and cities. State level government, it deals with matters at the state level. National level government, it is responsible for work related to the entire nation. Students, we will be focusing on the state level government. Okay, you all know that India is a vast country. The Constitution of India has divided this nation into various states in order to carry out the administration smoothly. Thus, our nation is made up of union of different states. Hence, there is a separate government body at state level which helps the central government in administration. Thus, the government body that rules and manages an entire state is called the state government. The state government has authority over certain matters. However, it always works according to the guidelines set by the central or the national government. Is it clear, all of you? The three organs of the government. The government has to perform various activities. It is difficult for one body to perform all the activities. Hence, the government has divided itself into 3 organs. Each organ carries out a specific task. The 3 main organs of the government are legislative, executive, and judiciary. The legislative organ, right? The organ of the government that frames laws is called legislative. Executive organ, the organ of the government that executes the laws formed by the legislative, is called executive. And judiciary organ, the organ of the government that imparts justice and punishes offenders who break the law, is called judiciary. Is it clear? So which are the 3 main organs? Legislative, executive, and judiciary. Okay, you just have to remember the keywords. Legislative frames laws, executive executes the law, and judiciary imparts justice. Okay. Structure of the state government. The following chart shows the structure of the state government. Just like the central government, the state government is also divided into 3 organs: legislative, executive, and judiciary. The legislative consists of the legislative assembly as well as the legislative council. The legislative council is known as the upper house, while the legislative assembly is known as the lower house. However, it is not necessary that each state must have the legislative council. Most of the states like Gujarat have only one house, that is the legislative assembly or the lower house. Executive. The executive organ includes the chief minister and the council of ministers. What is council of ministers? The different cabinet ministers, you can say that defense minister is there, agriculture minister, education minister, finance minister, health minister, right? That all that are called the council of ministers who assist the chief minister. Clear? And the third one is judiciary. The judiciary consists of the high court at state level and the other courts like the district courts at district level and the taluka courts at the taluka level. All these organs, legislative, executive, and judiciary, all these 3 organs report to the governor of the state. Okay, it's very important. They report to the governor of the state. Now, who is governor? Let us see that. Governor. The governor is the first citizen of the state. The governor is to a state what president is to a nation. You all know that the president of India is the first citizen of India. Same way, governor is the first citizen of the state, not the nation. The first citizen of the nation is the president, and the first citizen of the state is governor. The governor is the constitutional head of the executive body of the government. The administration of the entire state runs on his or her name, that is on the name of the governor. The governor of Gujarat is the representative of the President of India in the state. Clear, all of you? In short, what president is to the nation, same way the governor is to the state. The governor is appointed by the president. Very, very important line. The governor is appointed by the president for a term of 5 years. What is the term? Of 5 years. Is it clear? And who is the current governor of Gujarat? He is Acharya Devrat. Clear? Things to know. Students, the points which you can see on your screen right now, that points you just have to know about them. You will learn them in detail in your further chapters. But you should know about them. Number 1. Before a bill becomes a law, it undergoes 3 readings. Now, what is a bill? Bill is a draft of a proposed law presented to the Parliament for discussion. Now, is it so that today the government decides, okay, we want to implement this law, so from tomorrow the law will be implemented? No, it is not so. Any bill, if it has to become a law, it has to undergo a very long process. Okay, the first part is it goes under 3 readings. Number 1, first reading. What happens in the first reading? Discussions regarding principles underlying the bill. Okay, means you discuss about the principles of the bill. Second reading. What happens in the second reading? In the second reading, the discussions in the minutest details are considered it on serious grounds. Means minute and serious discussions regarding that bill is done. And the third reading is act-wise discussion. How we have to implement, where we have to implement, all that. That is act-wise discussions. Okay. Second, federal government means, I have already explained you what is federal government. Federal government means 2-leveled government. That is state government and central government. Central government is also known as the national government. Central government is also known as the union government. Clear? Third, legislative body. What is legislative body? What work does it do? It frames laws. So the legislative body is made up of 2 houses, that is lower house and the upper house. Lower house is called the Legislative Assembly and upper house is called Legislative Council. To become a member of Legislative Assembly, one must be an Indian citizen and must not be less than 25 years of age. Minimum age should be 25 years to become the member of Legislative Assembly, and you should be the citizen of India. So to become a member of the Legislative Assembly, one must be an Indian citizen and must not be less than 25 years of age. According to the Constitution of India, the number of members in Legislative Assembly must not exceed 500 and not to be less than 60. The minimum 60 members and it should not be more than 500 members. Very important point for your MCQs. According to the Constitution of India, the number of members in the Legislative Assembly must not exceed 500 and not be less than 60. Is it clear? So students, here we end our government chapter. Students, please learn this chapter thoroughly because The next chapter of your civics will be the continuation of this chapter. So for understanding that chapter, you must be clear with this chapter. Okay? So please go through the chapter very, very clearly. Thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep smiling. God bless you all. Bye.